Europa! Oh, there's already a base here? We start with the base now? Okay. Oh, many factories. How convenient. So, since it's very cold in here, and we have a 15 by 15 room, by 5, let's see how long it takes to heat this dude up by just using the furnace, which is the absolute heating beast. Okay, let's do this then. Minus 141 degrees. Minus 140. All right. Can you still hear me? I'm waiting until the oxygen and volatiles, until the fuel has been turned into, well, the burning process and heat. And then I will flip on this thing so we get hot CO2, which will accelerate the process. Volatiles and O2 combine in the burning process to, well, to heat and to pollutant and CO2, I guess. The mixture doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't matter, as long as the two of them both coexist, they can be consumed in the burning process. 2 volatiles and 1 part oxygen. Degrees warmer already, but everywhere? No, probably not. This will take a while. Maybe it's time to turn on the thing. Okay. The furnace is really weird. At first only a little bit will come out, but then at some point after a few seconds or minutes it will output a lot of heat, a lot of hot gas. I don't know why that is, and I don't know if this is possibly a bug. We don't have any CO2 here. Nothing's coming out. Did I make a mistake while I'm piping this up? That would suck. Damn it. No, that looks proper. What just happened? I'm not getting any CO2 in here. Oh, yes, I am getting it. It's just freezing. Huh. Oh, so the heat's coming out then. Wow, this takes way longer than I expected. I guess we should heat it up again then. Okay, nothing much has happened here. Temperatures are increasing quickly. Good, at least here. And now it's over. What is the logic here? I don't get it. So is this all we're gonna do in this video? Yep, that is all. I just want to heat up the room in preparation for other videos, you know. I thought, why not record it?
Because it's boring.
That's why it said that on the sleeve, man. You clicked on it. Your fault. Okay, I guess we have to add some more. Or not? Maybe we should have tried the advanced furnace. You know what, let's make this video worthwhile. I will just reload once this has happened, and then use the advanced furnace, because it allows to pump out the gases with pressure. So once everything's hot, I will just do that. Maybe that helps. Yep. So that it is worth your time. 10 minutes. But pressure in here. I wish there was a way to affix these things to the wall. We have that in every science fiction movie and show where there's a spaceship or some futuristic interior environment, that you have some panel on the wall where you can see some information, probably about the atmosphere. And here in Stationeers we have that for real, except you cannot connect this thing to the wall. Come on! There should be a priority. Well, next round then. The gases is definitely helpful to heat up the room, no questions. It was already at -19, now we're back at this temperature again because it had to spread out in the room, obviously. Infernal noise. This is taking a while. Yeah, because it's taking a while, let's take a short look outside. Uh-huh. Good door. Oh, what will this be? Solar panels. We're getting 800 watts now, currently, from these 4 wind turbines. That's nothing. Next round. Wow, this takes eons. I didn't expect this at all. I thought this would be faster. What's happening? Dude, nothing has changed. Why is something changing? -77. Well, what can I do? The same thing over and over, it appears. Well, there goes the light source. Okay, from minus 141 to minus 60. And it took eons. Damn it. I expected 5 to 10 minutes. times 15 times 5. 1125. The largest possible room size of the interior volume that it holds is 1200. Okay, I want to stop this now because, I mean, this gets us from 56 minus to 45 minus to 30 minus and so forth and so forth and so forth. It would take another hour, I guess. Or at least half an hour. This is just too long, man. I want to see what the advanced furnace will do. Okay then. Ah, Europa. Venice. Well, so the things have been built. Let's go then. So, 51 megapascals of pure fuel. Everything cabled up. Everything ready. Oh, no, I forgot the cables actually. And remember, when this thing is built, its wheels are not at 0. Turn them to 0, then try to turn it on. And then, I don't know, like, do this, and then do the other thing.
Suit damage. Temperature critical. Temperature low. Temperature high.
Okay. It keeps pumping, we have to keep that in mind. And it's time to start the clock. It's already heating up, yeah. Near the furnace. It has the same liter capacity than the simple furnace. Okay, let's start the pump. And then we start the pump. Correct in principle. I would like to know what the pressure is, though, in this pipe. Oh, we already have one. Never mind if I do. Yellow. rather fatal if the R key wouldn't register or if my finger would be on the wrong key when I click here or here. And so I think that should be visible in the tooltip. Maybe just hide this information about hold R for smaller increments. I mean, I'm holding R, and then the information that I should hold R should just go away. Problem solved. Degrees warmer already. Oh, the clock was running, but for whatever reason it was no longer being shown. Sorry about that. Turning this off all the time. It's a nuclear battery. Force of habit. Pressure still 51 megapascals. The tank doesn't care. By the way, interesting, when I used the add gas command on this pipe network, the gas was immediately in the tank. Maybe that's normal, but my experience half a year ago when I had a tank, even a big one, with gas in it, it took a long time to get the gas out of there. And so I think it's two different thingies, that we have this and we have that. Or is this now suddenly working like an inline tank somehow? Or maybe the add gas command is kind of special. That's also possible. You can do anything in programming with this reality if you wish. Still very cold. I mean, this is also still a blow method. Could be accelerated if I had 2 filtration units here. accordingly and maybe just use this wheel then to control everything. I mean, of course we can use this wheel to control everything, but from what I just described, it then even seems to result in some kind of good throughput, a good balance. Okay. I mean, it took like half an hour the last time with the other furnace to get to minus 60. We're not there yet, I'm not saying that, but I mean, I do have the feeling as if it's faster. It should be, logically. We have permanent throughput, basically. Oh, they're still at 100%? How did this happen? Catalytic filters. Interesting to automate this, actually. Should I? I mean, I have all the tools right here. It's in control now. Okay, now I only have to check the level that we have. Pressure, basically, right? That would be pressure, I assume. I have no clue if you can hear me because I can't hear myself. There is pressure, okay. Let's write the pressure to the housing to find out what it is. That wasn't right. What's happening? SDB setting as your load batch. Right. That. Room temperature. Over here we have minus 60. So what pressure is being shown? Aha, these are kilopascals as per usual. So I want to know SLT, R0, 40,000. If it's 40,000, then I want that written to the output, 0 or 1. Let's see if that works. Man, I should save this. This will fuck up the timer, I guess. Aha, it's at 1 liter. Okay, so apparently the logical 1 even translates indeed to 1 liter here. I wonder if it will turn to 0 once we have reached 40,000. 40,000 should be the red marker here, I think. I'm just watching. Ah, it turned off. It turned off. So in principle it works. It might just be overshooting now since it was on for so long. And if you turn on the pump, it will not immediately burn everything that comes in from the pump. So since we had to turn it on for so long to reach that pressure, there was some overshooting. In other words, if you want to do this for real, then you would have to be a bit more intelligent about it. But apparently, now everything is automated. I mean, it's hilarious. Which means I could already prepare the third experiment that I had in mind. Meanwhile, it's hilarious. Just watching, not clicking. Yeah, perfect. Sweet. That's the way I like it. Automatism. Great. Though me preparing the other experiment doesn't make sense, because to run the experiment I need the hall to reset, and for that I would have to reload. Anyway, let's look at the script once more if anyone wants to replicate it. Take the advanced furnace, read its pressure, and if the pressure is less than 40,000, write that as a logic result into this register, and this shall then be the liter amount that we write into the setting input. It's glorious that this just works. And this setting output, pretty important for this experiment, is 3. Interesting. I will just observe. No clicking. Okay, we can say that this is a constant now. What does this thing do then? Minus 77. It's even 8 degrees here. Of course, we're wasting tons of fuel because the fuel isn't really burnt up when we start pumping it out here, and so we should have actually a lot of fuel gas in here. Yeah, well, not a lot of, but and there's so much oxygen in there, obviously, because it's open to the outside. Good thing it's insulated. It would be interesting to know how much fuel we're burning, but it's kind of impossible to know with this amount available. We had 51 megapascals, so we had 50.8, so in other words, we already burned through a shit ton of fuel, I think. And that's the fastest speed we can get here. I mean, see, if I would turn up this wheel, then the pipe here would burst. But we could have another filtration unit, so we could double the throughput. But what is it then that I would be pumping out here? I mean, would that make sense? To have another filtration unit here to make it faster? I don't know, but since we're... well... gotta be busy with this for a while. Should I put up another one? process. And the fact that the pressure is now increasing tells you that the throughput of the filtration unit depends on the input pressure. I mean, we knew that, but here we can see it very clearly, as the pressure would not be quickly rising again and then slow down. It wouldn't do that. It has been. Is the throughput afterwards higher? Oh, and by the way, what's the pressure in this pipe? 200 kilopascals, no one cares. Okay. Aha, it's faster now. So we can output a bit faster. We can output even more fast. Let's go to 6. Let's see if that is a logical thing to do, since we have 2 which are pumping out. This would also mean that this wheel should jump on more often now, if we can see that it does, because now the furnace is being emptied more quickly. But is the heat in the room rising more quickly? Hypothetically, yes. So it just doubled the output pump from 3 to 6. Since we have 2 filtration units, it's cool that this is just so straightforward. Okay, we already have 50 degrees plus in that area. Doesn't mean much, I know. Here we're at -50, -50. There's just basically a little spot down there that is hot, while the rest of the room is still cold. I wish we had heat vision, goddammit. Why do we have that in Splinter Cell but not in Stationeers? So I could have put up more of these. Let's see what happens if I increase the pressure threshold. Maybe that's too much. That didn't work for whatever reason. Oh right, I added another filtration. Classic. This might be overshooting now. Yeah, it's overshooting here, but it will balance itself out. But what will happen here? That's the question. Oh, looking good, looking good. We could have used 45 from the start, I think. Yep. Very good, very good. And only 5% CO2 after all of this. Unbelievable. Makes you wonder if some windows are open. basically add some gas sensor in some room corner to turn this whole thing off automatically. But, you know, why? Steady 45 megapascal. It's very cool to control this thing automatically with a chip. And pressure in this pipe, still basically none. So the bottleneck is really the filtration units. But we are getting more unburned fuel in this pipe now, much more. Too bad we can't read whether there's combustion going on in there. That is something that the tablet is missing.
Temperature low. Temperature critical. Temperature critical. Temperature critical. Temperature critical.
The lungs have now taken damage, and they have also healed already.
Temperature critical.
You can see that from the presence of the health display, even though it's at 100%.
Temperature high. Temperature critical.
Now let's damage them a bit more.
Temperature high.
And see how quickly this vanishes. Oh, it's gone already.
Temperature low.
What a drastic situation. Too bad we can't see the heat at all. That is so missing from this game. When will they just put in a little vignette that expresses that it's too cold or too hot? How is that not like 1 hour of work? I mean, in an engine like Unity. I mean, maybe it's a little bit more work, who knows? But certainly the decision is missing. I mean, even if they remove this later, because they think, yeah, there's a better way to express this, why not have this in here for now, to give us a more intense experience of the reality? I don't understand. Okay, I think we should turn off the chip.
Temperature high.
Why is this stupid clock stopped? Somehow I have to get Chrome into the foreground again for it to continue. Maybe there's some kind of energy saving thing going on. If it's not being seen for a while, then, you know, that might be it. I'm just using the stopwatch built into Google. So it is now slowly dying down, this whole process. I mean, not that slowly actually. Meanwhile, the temperature is equalizing in the entire room. And so we'll get a neat 25 degrees everywhere or something. Or 15. Well, it took half an hour. Over half an hour trying with the simple furnace didn't get us much. Minus 60 degrees. Now we have like 15 plus maybe. Well, I think we can increase the pressure here.
Temperature high.
Yep. Yeah, almost empty.
Temperature high. Temperature high.
Now it's basically empty.
Temperature high.
Yes, the built-in pumps make such a difference. Meanwhile, the gas tank and its pipes are still complaining that the pressure is too high. It was overkill to use the big one. But when do you ever do that? This was the opportunity. And that's it. That's how you fill this large hall with enough warmth. Now it's 6% CO2. We could also do some math, considering that the hall was filled entirely with oxygen and was at minus 141 degrees Celsius. Now we have 20 degrees plus. But I'm not gonna. That's your homework. Now, for the third variant. So first thing is, I wonder what happens if the input pipe here has a pipe igniter and if I tap that thing. Aha. So the temperature in this tank is now increasing. We're seeing burning products, and the tank doesn't have a pressure limit, I believe, but the pipe connected, of course, has one, which we know is 60 megapascals. Well, that should heat up the room. So this entire amount of fuel is now in the process of combusting slowly. Insane. So will we have a flamethrower in this hall? How fast will this be in heating up the room, I wonder? Not that it really counts, but I want to see while we're at it. That can't be good. When is the pipe exploding already? Really? %. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Suit damage. Temperature critical. Temperature high. Temperature critical.
Too bad I'm currently on fire. Why is the tablet burning right now? And when I put it in my backpack, it's not burning. Anyway, apparently this heated up the room rather quickly. I think we can stop the clock.
Jetpack low. Jetpack critical.
2000 degrees. That was the fastest method yet. Not bad. I should take note in case it's ever needed.
Suit damage.
And this is the third attempt. Just a long pipe with 76 convection radiators, an igniter, and this is, as you know, our high pressure fuel line, and here we have a volume pump. And so it goes. Oh right, I forgot some. Just add 10 seconds. Because I think seconds count. Look at the temperature in the room. It was minus 141. And the pipe is not even being pumped empty. I'm just igniting it and yeah, that's it. It's ridiculous, man. The power of this thing. Entire room's being heated up. Look at this heat rise! So fast! And no substance exchange, just thermal energy exchange. And I'm not even relieving the pressure of the pipe. Maybe I should though. This has now been turned back to 0. Let it rain. It's been pumped empty too quickly. That makes more sense. Yeah, as for the source code, simple stuff. Main loop, get from the pipe analyzer the pressure, show it on the thingy. Then if the pressure is less than 45, we set the volume pump's liter setting to 1, as we set it to 0. And of course the igniter, the pipe igniter, is being activated every time. Interestingly, there's much less overshooting here, so the burning process simulated in the pipes seems to be different from the one simulated in the furnace. So fast! The entire room is heating up by 1 degree per second almost. It's so hot I want to turn off the script. But it's equalized nicely across the entire hall.
Temperature critical.
And there's not much fuel that we're burning. So if it's about heating the room, do this. If it's about heating something in the furnace, do this. Oh, it's still too cold, so cold.
Temperature low.
much less fuel burned, still the whole room is already warm. Very warm, 35 degrees. Dude.
Temperature high.
Not bad. So pressure here is decreasing. So the heating potential is also going down. Yep. Man, how do I cool this room down now? What's happening? Why? They're still pumping the pipe empty. Well, this will lose me some, I guess. It's 27 liters. Okay, so I can't say this is really viable, but we also don't have any pollutant in the room. $15 degrees? Didn't we have much more before? Maybe I should have measured over here. Maybe that's the problem. No need to cool it down then at all. Nice. Shut up already! Stupid pipes. Okay, we have achieved a stable temperature and it was very, very fast. It took 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And that's it for the video then. It has been long enough, hasn't been? See ya.